This is the big one. $75,000 goes to the winner, plus a golden ticket into the semi-finals of the $1 million chase for the greyhounds that finished first, second and third. And I think Umberto's into a silly price now. I would have been happy, as I said, I was going to have a bet. I thought $3, $3.50. It was $3 the field yesterday. $2.20. I think that you're now being forced to take unders about a dog who is only second up at the track. I get that, and his run last week was great from box 8. But this is a class field. This is a quality field, Timmy.
It is, Duke. I agree. Like, I've got him on top. I thought he was probably a $2.70, $2.80 chance. So the $3.20 was a little bit of overs, but the $2.20 now is definitely unders in my view. That won't change my selection. I've still got him on top. Mortified. She will hold her price, I've got no doubt. She's got a big, fan base, I guess. Everyone knows what she's capable of. She's got a great record at Dapto. There's a greyhound I thought would probably get out in the market, Bailey Bear. He's been $7 or $8. He can't lead the race, so he'd need a tangle up in front to win. He's very strong. He was really strong winning last week, but he's a greyhound who's not all that well drawn out wide. He needs the rails. So this is Mortified last week, and as we see here, Duke, mid-race.
That's Return Mac, yeah, that she's just gone past.
She went up and around and bang, she really put him away in a twinkling of an eye. And as we've mentioned a couple of times tonight, she'll strip a hell of a lot fitter with that run under her belt. Chris O'Brien, the trainer, he was a little concerned that she would be a little underdone going into that heat, so I'm sure she'll be cherry ripe tonight.
Yeah, so that was her first run for just a tick over 4 months, and she took out the first of the heats last week, beating Return Mac, who starts from box number 8 tonight, but as I said, we saw that heap of speed. This is Umberto leading from box 8, and the greyhound you need to watch also is number 2, and that is Bailey Bear, who eventually runs it down in a time of 29.49, which set the time standard for the heats of the Megastar. There is Umberto getting out 3 and 4 in front, and down the back here I thought, Bailey Bear can't run this down.
Oh, amazing performance by Bailey Bear. He ran home in 12.27. They don't come home much quicker than that. And he really found that rail on the home corner and drove hard and nailed Umberto in the latter stages. Mid-race, I thought he had it in his keeping, Umberto, but all honours to Bailey Bear. Look, if he had drawn an inside alley Bailey Bear, I'd have him right in the mix here because he's super strong. I just don't know where he can get to at the first turn. His best chance to win the race is beginning poorly, flop over to the rails, and he's hoping for a bit of jostling through the first turn, and they fan and he gets a run through, because we know he will be really, really strong in the latter half of the race.
Winner of the Gosford Gold Mine. Sparrow's done a great job with him. Again, when you're assessing this field, he was the one greyhound I thought, obviously, he's not the leader, but he's the one greyhound that can come from behind and win this event.
He's probably the only greyhound in the race who can come from behind and run one of these greyhounds down. But in saying that, Duke, he'd have to be virtually tagging that greyhound into the back straight, because whatever does lead is going to be running 29.5. So you can't give a greyhound 3 or 4 lengths and run them down when you're running that quick.
Here's Remember This, and A Fire. Remember This sped straight to the front. A Fire stuck to its guns and was really solid, and as we see there, it's holding its own into the catching pan. But Remember This has been in great form, a 29.92 winner at Wentworth Park 2 starts back. And then of course we had the final heat, and Stealth had box 5. It's got box 5 again tonight, and came out absolute flying, runs 29.65. That was coming off a very smart trial as well. Quantifiable finishes second in this event behind Stealth. But again, Stealth, third time at the track tonight. We know a trial there previously. Box 5, again, Remember This. There's going to be pressure on the outside. There's pressure from Remember This. There's pressure from Return Mac. It is going to have to come out and run an unbelievable first split to be able to cross the likes of Quantifiable, Mortified, and also Umberto.
Well, he can do it. He did run 5.34, which was the quickest opening fraction. 16.98 to the back. If you break 17, you're absolutely airborne. So he's got the 2 quickest early sections in the race. 29.65 overall. If he nails the jump like he did in his heat, he can get across here and run a mighty race at value.
Yeah, I know he's run 5:34. He's got to run on what they've run last week. He's got to be running 5:30 to get in front of these dogs. You can run 5:34, but he's 3 deep, and you've got Umberto and say Mortified punching up underneath, and that's the problem. That's why you're getting $6.50 about Stealth and even money about Umberto.
Exactly right. And if you were an early shopper, you got $10, $11, $12 about Stealth. And you're exactly right. Had Stealth drawn 1, 2 or even 3 here, he probably would have gone up second or third favourite on that win last week. But he drew 5 with speed to burn in the race, and that's why he went up at the price he did. He's getting into a more realistic price in my view. I thought it was around about a $7 chance, $7.50 thereabouts. But he's a greyhound if he does nail the jump. Again, you're relying on what the other greyhounds around you are going to do. But if he does get it right, we know he's got the speed to get across.
Yeah. I'm with you as well. If you're looking for something at odds to have a bet, you're going to be holding your breath with this dog, and that is Bailey Bear. It's run last week, as you mentioned. It was terrific to run down Umberto. It's not going to get the same run tonight because it moves from box 2 to box 7, and Umberto moves from box 8 to box 1. But at $8.50, there is so much early pace in this race, Battler. It is ridiculous how much early pace there is.
I actually think if you are going to have anything on Bailey Bear, just hold off. I think he'll get out to double figures here. He's just a greyhound. Any form analyst out there would know he can't lead the race, so he's going to need luck to win the race. Where is he going to get to at the first turn? As I mentioned earlier, I think his best chance is beginning poorly, flop to the rails and hoping they fan through the first turn, he gets a run through. And that's how he could win the race. And I think once the traders get a little bit closer to the race, he's a greyhound who they might push a bit due to the reasons I've just mentioned, due to he's going to need luck to win it.
All right, the Sultana boys have got Remember This for Vic Sultana in box 6, Bailey Bear for Sparrow Sultana in box 7, and a short time ago, Simon Orchard caught up with both of the Sultanas.
Look who we found here, a pair of brothers on Group 1 Ladbrokes Dapto Megastar night, Sam and Vic Sultana. Hell of a night, boys. Talk us through the emotion. How are you feeling, Sam?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm feeling all right. It's different if I had the favourite for the race, but I'm an outside chance, so...
What hope do you give Bailey Bear from that wide draw?
Not very much.
You said during the week, mate, that a couple of years ago when Flying Ricardo ran around, you don't normally get nervous in running, but you felt something special that night. What is it about Group 1 racing that brings out that sort of emotion?
He was just a different dog. He was just such a good dog, and he's going to be right there, so that was a good night that night.
How does it feel having Vic's dog just inside as well tonight?
I just hope they don't bring each other unstuck. Really.
We'll move across to Vic now. Remember This, jumping from box 6. Do you share a similar sort of emotion as Sam, Vic?
Oh, sort of, yeah. Yeah.
Tell us how you're feeling ahead of this Group 1 decider.
Oh, she's in the race, so, I think she's going to be it's a hard race to win, It's one of them things, yeah.
What did you think of the heat performance last week?
Oh, good. I thought she went very good, yeah. But I don't know if she can get across from the 6, that's all,
That's the big question. How do you see the run to the first turn shaping up? And does she need to lead to win this race tonight?
I think so. I think she needs to lead to win also, against them sort of dogs, yeah.
And as we just zoom out to both the boys here, is there a bit of friendly rivalry tonight, or is it just may the best dog win?
It's the best dog wins.
No, it's pretty good. Run a good race, yeah.
Good luck, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Two of the stalwarts of greyhound racing there, Vic and Sam Sultana, and they've got Remember This and Bailey Bear drawn side by side. And as I said a couple of years back, it was Flying Ricardo for Sparrow's daughter, Christy, who took out the Group 1 Dapto Megastar, and there are the greyhounds in the kennels now, and they're about to be introduced to the crowd. And again, dogs don't really know that it's a big race, Timmy, but the trainers do.
They sure do, Duke, and there is quality trainers when you go through the trainers engaged in this race. Jason Thompson, Chris O'Brien, Jason Sharp, Vic and Sam Sultana and Shane Stiff. Plenty of experience with all of those trainers, and I'd hate to even think how many races between them all they've won. You wouldn't hazard a guess, Duke, but they are top of the tree, terrific trainers, and if whichever one does take it out, it'll certainly mean a hell of a lot, being a Group 1 and a race which is become, a really sought-after event, the Megastar Duke. It's the 14th running this year. It kicked off as just a Group 3 race and then got elevated to Group 2 when Oaks Road won it in 2011. And then Bye Bye Bucks in 2012, and then Tommy Brislane, he won it in 2014.
Steve White.
For Steve White, yeah, and he's a baby. That was the first Group 1 race I ever called, the Dapto Megastar, in 2014. And the baby of the field, Tommy Brislane, he took it out. So it's been a good dogs race over the years, Duke. You go through the honour roll. Good Oz Harada in 20 and 19. Aqua Cheetah, he won an Adelaide Cup. He won it in 2017. Let It Develop for Andy Lord and Pete Spiteri back in 20 and 16. Here's a grand old campaign to Let It Develop. He won
a Canberra Cup.
Yeah, and he'd always go around in the top races around Whitworth Park. A really good free-for-aller. And in recent years, Good Odds Omar, Retz O'Donnell and Flying Ricardo just 3 years ago in 2020. So it has been a good dogs race all the way through, and we'll see another very, very worthy winner tonight.
Yeah, the depth of the quality of the greyhound is matched by the depth of the quality of the trainer. As we mentioned, the Jason Thompsons, the Vic Sultanas, Sam Sultanas, Chris O'Brien. These are long-term participants in greyhound racing. I go back with Jason Thompson to the days of Awesome Assassin, and prior to that, he used to bring dogs up, and I was doing work for Channel 10 on Sports Tonight. We'd go to the airport and we'd have the dogs out, Awesome Assassin, in the area, where you arrive and all that, and people would be patting dogs and all that, and we'd do a story. That's nearly 30 years ago, And he has been a terrific trainer since then. Chrissy O'Brien with the likes of Tiffy and, her progeny. And then the Sultana boys, as I said, for as long as I've been in dogs, they were in it before then as well. So, as I said, the quality of the animal in this is matched by the quality of the human handling them.
And the Vic and Sam Sultanas, they've had really, really good top performers. Even in recent years, Skywave for Vic Sultana made a $1 million chase, the first running of the $1 million chase back in 2018. And Sam Sultana, he's put the polish on some outstanding greyhounds. Mandadgery Man is one which does come to mind. Probably, I'd say he was, 12, 15 years ago now. Time gets away, but he was a tremendous chaser, Mandadgery Man. He went all around Australia with that greyhound, Sam. So, trainers here who have had very, very quick greyhounds all the way through their careers, and as I said earlier, it'll mean a heck of a lot if they can take out the Group 1 tonight.
Umberto, 225. Without a doubt, the two Jason Thompson trained greyhounds are the two best back runners in the race. Not so much today with Umberto, but Stealth, as we've spoken about previously, yesterday and the day before when the $10 or $11 was bet. So we're now out to 225 for Umberto, 340 for Mortified. Quantifiable gets out in the market, and I just thought Quantifiable is going to give Mortified the best chance of winning. I've watched Quantifiable a number of times, likes to take that half a step right and wants to push to the middle of the track, and I just thought if Mortified could come out on turns and then just accelerate a little bit quicker than Umberto, it's a tough task, but that gives her that best chance of winning. Yeah,
she will come into the race more with Quantifiable drawn her outside. She's not a wide runner by any stretch of the imagination, but she won't crash. She'll run that straight line, so she will give her sister every chance to drive through, but she's got to cross Umberto, because if she doesn't cross Umberto on their sectional time, she can't run Umberto down, Mortified.
All right, Umberto has had 24 career starts, 11 wins, 10 minor placings, and as we've mentioned, it was on debut last week when it went 29.51. Let's talk about Mortified, who won the $1 million chase regional final last year at Dapto, going a career best 29.55 from box number 5, has since made a number of feature race finals, including the Group 1 Australian Cup and the Group 1 Futurity, and resumed last week after 4 months off the scene to win in 29.62. Timmy, tell us about Quantifiable. 30 career starts, 14 wins, yet to win here at Dapto Park.
Yeah, you'd love one in your kennel. 5:43, 17:08, 12:70. Her times last week when she was runner-up in 29.78. She needs to nail the jump and get across the inside pair. I think she'll struggle here, Jude.
The Speed Star winner from the 23rd of August is A Fire, trained by Jason Sharp for owner Ed Burrett. On debut last week, going 29.70, a 5.40 first split, 29.24, 2 starts back when winning that Speed Star. Again, from box 4, great record. I know boxes, different races and that, but it's won 3 times from 4 starts out of the blue.
Yeah, she was super gallant when she was runner-up behind, remember this, in 29.70 last week, or he was. He'll need to go quicker tonight, there's no doubt. He's got a really tricky draw, quantifiable underneath, Stealth on his outside, who does want to get to the inside. So he will need to absolutely lid ping for mine to get across to lead to be a winning chance.
And Stealth has won its last 3 on the bounce. Heat last week, obviously. It won at Geelong in 22.42 and 3 starts back at Shepparton over the 3.85, blistering 21.57. It can overcome box 5.
Absolutely he can. 5.34 opening fraction, 16.98 to the back. They don't go any quicker. Home in 12.67 and 29.65 overall. He'll have to improve probably a couple of tenths on that run home time to get home here, but he's got the box manners, he's got the speed to get across and lead. The best value runner in the race.
Remember, this is a 15-time winner from 32 starts. It's won 4 from 6 starts out of box number 6, and it's handled that rise through the grades to free-for-all company at Wentworth Park now in outstanding style.
She sure has. She's been tremendous in the past couple of runs, particularly Adelaide is leading all of the way. She's a greyhound who can run the early sections to lead this if she does get the start right.
And number 7, Bailey Bear, best on the clock last week at the 4 heats, going 29.49 when running down Umberto. 5 starts back, took out the Gosford Gold Mine in a blistering 29.16. Former Victorian since it's come up to Sam Sultana. It's had a new lease on life and he has done a tremendous job with it.
Absolutely airborne. Unbelievable win last week to run down Umberto, giving that greyhound probably 4 lengths on the top turn. He was super strong at the line. The big issue is his alley here. I just don't know where he gets to. I think he needs to begin poorly, flop to the rails and just hope for a run through at the first turn.
And the despised outsider in the field, Return Mac. It's a 25-time career winner. It's won 7 from 9 out of box number 8. Look for it to be carving across, Timmy.
Yeah, he loves a wide alley, but he will need to improve time-wise to get home.
Greyhounds are about to be boxed for the 2023 renewal of the Group 1 Ladbrokes Dapto Megastar. $75,000 goes to the winner. Golden ticket for the place getters into the Ladbrokes $1 Million Chase semi-finals at Wentworth Park on October the 6th. With his call of the 2023 Ladbrokes Dapto Megastar, here's Matt Jackson.
Set to jump, ready, racing. Umberto down on the inside, away fast. Remember this out quickly, but the Victorian favourite Umberto will go through and lead, and there was trouble behind. Up to second, Mortified. Third, Remember This, and Stealth back along the rail. Fourth, they're followed off the track. Return Back from Quantifiable, then Bailey Bear into Fire. Off the back straight, and the leader is Umberto. 3 lengths in front, Mortified. She's chasing very hard. They're clear of Remember This. They turn. It's Umberto clear from Mortified, and it's Umberto's Megastar. Umberto beats Mortified by 2. Third, Remember This, a gap. Return Mac, who's run the race of his life. Fourth, from Bailey Bear, then Quantifiable, Stealth and Fire. The time around 29.6.
1, 2, 6 and 8 to the 2023 Ladbrokes Dapto Megastar Group 1 event. $75,000 to the winner. Head south to Victoria. Prepared by Jason Thompson. Umberto takes the crown. A very, very gallant. Mortified has run second. Remember This third, and Return Mac has finished 4th. Timmy, Mortified came out average. Umberto began sweetly, 29.60. And again, he led at the first turn. How were they going to run him down?
Yeah, it was basically whatever led the race at the first turn was going to go on and win it, Duke, because they all ran very similar overall times. He began beautifully. She missed it. He just strode through. He led on his ear, and he just put them away mid-race. Outstanding run, Mortified, to finish a gallant second.
All right, trained by Jason Thompson. It's been in the care of Peter Lagosiani for this Megastar campaign. Let's head trackside Mick Cowley with Peter Lagosiani.
Peter Lagosiani, is this a Group 1 winner for you, mate? Kinda.
Yeah, caretaker. Happy to take it. Congratulations to Jason and the team back in Victoria.
Mate, the dog, as you said, the plan was to bring him here, trial him. He's more of a race dog than a trial dog. Yep. Certainly stepped up tonight.
Yeah, mate, look, when you run them sections, 5:31, 17:01 to the back, mortified. What a mighty effort to run second and take ground off him, But look, on the bunny, this dog, Jay said he can run, and he just proved it again tonight.
Mate, you've had a bit of an afternoon, haven't you?
Yeah, look, we made it here. We've won it, all right. We've done Mission Impossible, so let's go to the next one.
Mate, what does it mean for you? Obviously, they're not your dogs, but you're entrusted with them, so there's a bit of responsibility, isn't there?
Mate, I was more nervous with somebody else's dogs than what I am with my own, so I can breathe a sigh of relief. No, look, Jason sent him up here with a plan, and we're happy to be a part of it, and thank you for trusting us, guys, and let's hope we can do it again for you.
And of course, the bonus with this time is $1 Million Chase semi-final berth. Any chance Jason will leave it with you for 5 or 6 weeks?
Oh, well, look, we'll work out what the plan is in the next couple of days and the next coming weeks, so we'll see where we go. Look, tonight was what we had planned for the dog, and actually Stealth too. I think the box just got him, Look, I think tomorrow morning, once we're all, livened up again after a couple of beers tonight, we'll have a chat and see where they're going.
Mate, a Group 1 race is a Group 1 race. It still feels pretty good.
Oh, mate, it certainly does. Yeah, look, for anybody, Group 1s are hard to come by, and mighty good dogs and good trainers do them. So kudos to the dog and the trainer.
Mate, don't undersell yourself. You must have done something right over the last 3 weeks.
Well, we're hoping we are doing something right, that, and we love doing what we do. So, it's good for New South Wales racing, mate. It sucks that a Victorian won it, but hey, look, it's good that he was here and we took care of him, and we actually love the dog, so he's pretty good.
Congratulations, well played.
Cheers, thank you, guys.
Thank you, mate. Well done.
Pete Lagosiani with Mick Cowley there after the win of Umberto, and I'd say he'll probably head back home because we've still got 4 or 5 weeks before the $1 Million Chase semi-finals take place on Friday, October the 6th at Wentworth Park. That's the second guaranteed runner now for Jason Thompson in the semi-finals. Umberto wins the Megastar. Postman Pat finished 4th in the Group 1 National Sprint Final. He's guaranteed a start as well. I actually took the $7 or $8 about Postman Pat only the other day, and look, Jason Thompson, he's won Golden Easter eggs, he's won everything. So, it's no surprise that his greyhounds will do well. Let's talk about the runner Mortified very quickly. Hopefully we're going to talk to Chris O'Brien in just a moment. She was sensational tonight.
Absolutely sensational. Bombed the jump for her.
Yep.
She was poorly away, but she drove through at the first turn. She was giving, Umberto 5 at this point, going through the catching pen, and to run him to, about a length and a half on the line. Terrific run. There's no doubt she's come back in great fine fettle, and she will be ready to peak when we get to the $1 Million Chase semi-finals.
I was about to say, Timmy, that you obviously would like to win every Group 1 race, but there are bigger fish to fry. Let's hear what Chris O'Brien had to say about the run of Mortified.
Chris, fantastic run. Did miss it a little bit, but super run.
Yeah, she stuck on really well. I'm pretty proud of her, mate. It's good to come second, but yeah, the one was just too good on the night. He had the right box, obviously, and he pinged out 5:31. You don't get much quicker than that.
Mate, I guess as you said, nothing wrong with running second. You all want to win. The bonus is you're into the $1 Million Chase semis.
Yeah, that's great. And she pulled up good, and I don't think there's too much interference was there. So she's pulled up great, and we'll just march on now from here on in, and hopefully we can go one step further,
The reality was too, she was always going to be better.
Yeah.
A few more weeks in.
Yeah, she's missed a lot of work, and that run will do her good. So just not sure what we'll do now. Maybe just go back to town, or get her ready for the big one. Yeah.
Right, good luck in the big one. Congratulations on tonight.
Thanks a lot. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Chris O'Brien there, who had Mortified and also Quantifiable in that event. Remember this, as I said, Timmy, it's remember this as ascension through the sprinting ranks at Wentworth Park, and now it finishes 3rd in the Group 1 Megastar.
Yeah, she was great too, remember this. A really good heat winner last week, and she's backed it up in the final in finishing a really, really gallant 3rd behind 2 absolute top liners.
And the roughie finishes 4th in Return Mac.
Yeah, Shane Stiff will no doubt be very happy with that run because he was a realist going into tonight's race. I think he was just happy to be there. Hopefully the greyhound could get around safely and to finish fourth in a quality field like that. He will be absolutely thrilled because I know he's got a soft spot for this greyhound return, Max Stiffy, and you know, he's a pretty an old hard head, but he does love this greyhound.
2:30 and 1:10 about Umberto, who was the best back runner in the last 24 hours to win the Megastar. Modified pays 150. Remember this, 420. Return Mac, the extreme outsider in the field, finishes fourth. The Quinella, wow, that's paid unders, $2.90, I suppose. Well, that's probably about what it is. $9.50 the exacta, 63 and change the trifecta in the first four, $336. Moving forward out of the Megastar. Obviously the greyhounds that finished first, second and third, they will be contenders heading into that semi-final with realistic chances. Modified's record at Wentworth Park is outstanding. As said, remember this, and I really like this concept of giving them a golden ticket because we're 4 weeks out. So for someone like Jason Thompson or Chris O'Brien, or remember this, they're able to plan their campaign with absolute military precision, like with Postman Pack, like with those 4 greyhounds that finished first, second, third and fourth in the Group 1 National Sprint Final. By giving them that time, you give them the best opportunity to win.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Duke, because when we sat down a number of weeks ago now and working out changing a couple of the races in the lead on into the $1 Million Chase, the Megastar was one because it was run in December, but there were a number of feature races in Victoria which encroached on that, so we had to change it, so we put it back to its traditional home in September, and then that carrot was into the semi-finals. It's worked. We've got Victorians, and it is the same with the Blacktop in a couple of weeks' time. Heats are next Friday, but the top 3 in that series go through to the $1 Million Chase semis as well. So I'll be shocked if we don't get a few interstaters having a crack at the Blacktop. People say, oh, we don't want the interstaters to come and take our money, but we do want them to come up and contest the series.
Yeah, we want the best dogs in that race. It's the richest free entry race in the world. Let's head to Dapto now. Simon Orchard with the presentation for the Group 1 Ladbrokes Dapto Megastar.
In 2023.
Yeah, it's fantastic. On behalf of Ladbrokes Australia and our CEO, Dean Shannon, we're thrilled to be partnered with Greyhound Racing New South Wales, bringing us to nights like tonight. Track looks great, crowd looks great. Thank you so much.
Big round of applause, please, for Rob and Beck. Keep that round of applause going. Vic Sultana, remember this, a worthy third place getter. Will get Jeremy to come over and just award Vic the third place trophy. Congratulations, Vic. Big round of applause for Vic Sultana. Second, Chris O'Brien and Mortified, game in defeat. Jeremy, trophy for Chris O'Brien. Round of applause for Chris O'Brien and Mortified, ladies and gents. And finally, Peter Lagagioni, couldn't have been more fitting. The Ladbrokes #1, Umberto, taking out this year's 2023 Group 1 Dapto Megastar. Big round of applause for Peter Lagagioni and Umberto.